So, um, as I think a lot of us know, the situation of what's going on with Blizzard, um, especially with things like the major allegations of the extremely toxic work area when it comes to like certain things like you know sexual harassment and way worse ideas that has been happening to a point where a whole bunch of people have I would say have decided to do things like in regards to taking a day and and I wouldn't say rioting because it's not rioting, protesting, a day of walking out. I would say like there's a whole bunch of YouTubers talking about it. There's a whole bunch of gamers talking about it. um it's kind of a weird situation, that especially for me, because I do a lot of things on Blizzard content, and I'll explain to you how. As you can see, I try to write a whole entire a letter for it, but this is such a big situation that I couldn't even write a letter for it. Like there's so much that I would have to write, honestly. Um, my thing is that with situations like what Blizzard is happening right now, in regards to like the allegation of the of mistreated workers in many different areas with like sexual harassment, a whole bunch of things. Like if I could show you like the major issues, um and I don't know why, but I don't know why every time I pop in with Blizzard here, because I'm doing like a search off the thing right here. um you know like the harassment allegations are a major thing. um like apparently there's like it's all different ideas of rampant sexism with that. A whole bunch of people have done that. Few hundred employees have gathered at the active Blizz walkout, exceeding the 100 or so organizers expected. Employees are being accessed around the Blizzard campus. The organizers have also set up a rest area for refreshments, poster making, and dog watching. So it's very important that it's cool that people have done this. Um, since then it says like more than 3,100 current and former employees signed an opening letter expressing their support for the lawsuit. We no longer trust our leaders with place employment employee safety above their own interests. To place employment safety over their interests. Um, on Tuesday, CEO Bobby Kotick apologized for the company's tone deaf response to the lawsuit and promised swift action. And that's the thing for Activision. Now he's the CEO of Activision. Excuse me. Um, Here's my thing about allegations. When you have a large amount of people, making the allegations of sexual harassment or unsafe working area, then yeah, you could see why a lot of people are probably gonna go behind them. It's gonna be to a point where it's like, hey, you know what? We believe these people. We want to go ahead and make this a thing. So, and especially there's a lot of things like there's a photo of like some of the people or some of the higher ups with like things like Bill Cosby, a photo of Bill Cosby in their hotel room and everything. And when you get the Activision CEO saying that that he apologizes for the company's tone deaf response, then that is a major problem. And with stuff like this, because I do Overwatch content, because I end up dealing with like the Overwatch toxic aspect. um it gets to a point where it's like, I actually put money into this company. And it's kind of weird where, like, a lot of people um have to like get to a point where they're walking out and not working. It's it's pretty sad. As a community owner, like, because I own a community on my Discord, on Facebook, I have members of the community, and I have people who work with me in the community. I have to make sure that the community is proper. That the community is taken care of. The people who work with me, my supporters, are taken care of. And even if I have like 496 subscribers, or if I have like 50 members or anything, it's still my responsibility to make sure, like, I provide some content, I provide something for them, or I provide them with a safe area. Or if I have like one person working with me, I make sure I defend that one person, or make sure they're okay in that certain area. Especially for me, I have customers as well, being a freelance artist. I make sure that they get good proper working air, like, I would say artwork, good proper artwork. And I make sure that I give them as much as they pay for, and give them the customer satisfaction. um when it comes to this, there are certain things that really need to change. I really hope that Blizzard turns this around and makes it to a point where, they know where it was. They know that it happened. That they know that all of this has been going on, and I feel that, as I said, I feel as if, people should get to a point where, where the protesting should still continue, but the higher ups need to change. Their attitudes towards certain things have to change. Especially the response was terrible. The response was absolutely terrible. There was a lot of things I defended Blizzard on, especially with the China situation. Uh, this I cannot really defend them on because it's really hard for that. Especially with the response. So if anybody like from Blizzard or any of the higher ups see this video, all I ask is, there's some responsibility that needs to be taken. And there's some responsibility that needs to be withheld by the company. And with that, it should go ahead and go to a point where it should lead where the employees should feel comfortable working, and the employees should feel comfortable being at work. As I said, it gets to a point where it's like when people are walking out, it makes the company look bad. It makes the company look extremely bad. As I said, like with things like this, it really should not happen to a point where people have to walk out. Um, I understand if it was one situation and then everybody could work to come together, even the employees and the higher ups could come together and make a big difference of it. But these are the employees against the higher ups. And that's a major thing because remember, you're only as good as the team that you have. And the thing is, with that, the teams in many different areas, such as World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, you know, Overwatch, are the reason why the heart of Blizzard keep on, pump, and they keeps on pumping. And sorry if I'm not speaking properly, but I'm just trying to do so as much. That's why I ended up writing a letter. But as I said, this gets to a point where a lot more needs to be talked about. Now, one major thing that I want to state is that these are allegations, so we have to know a lot more with this. Nowadays you can make an allegation against someone, not have evidence of it or not have the truth to it, and then that person who has the allegations toward could be in trouble. So I really do hope that these allegations are true and that the company can make a big change moving forward. And another part of me wants to hope that they're not true, and that It's just like some disgruntled employees because one point of me just understands like, hey, you know what, people can make an allegation and it cannot be true and people can get in trouble for it. It's a big deal with that. But from what I'm seeing in regards to a lot of the responses, a lot of all these type of stories that are coming out, it's kind of hard not to believe that this stuff is happening. It's really hard not to believe that these things have happened. So I want to say to those who are protesting, keep on doing what you guys do. Definitely, it's a right way to do it. I think that protesting, especially when you're working, if you're just taking that day to go ahead and start and protest of the unsafe work environments, yeah, I understand that. It's completely understandable. Um, I understand people are canceling their World of Warcrafts. Proper thing to do. The best thing to hit a company is their wallet. A lot of people voicing their opinions sometimes doesn't work because of the fact of what's been happening. Another thing that I would like to say, and this one's to Blizzard. Um, for certain products that you guys have produced, I really loved. I've loved Overwatch. I've loved Diablo. I love StarCraft. I love Hearthstone. But this is a situation where me as a consumer, like it's something that I should have to hear that, especially from a company that produces certain games that I like to play. I ask if these allegations are true to those who actually cause these situations and those who are guilty of these, like for making these situations worse. Um, I would suggest they should be removed. Obviously, 100% removed. I also say that if it comes to a point where people are removed, then you guys have to start, you know, I'll say start from the bottom on making things better for the employees. Please do so. There's a lot of responsibility that needs to be taken, and this is something that's very important to me because I do play Overwatch, and I love Overwatch as much as it annoys the hell out of me that there's so much toxic people. I love Overwatch. Will I stop playing a Blizzard game? Probably not. I don't think really, stop like in certain areas stopping like a game or just sitting there in a game being AFK does too much. I think the protests do a lot more, and a lot of people doing an actual letter is very important. I think those are major things. I think people coming out and voicing and people coming out and supporting is majorly important. That is a major thing, 100%. Um, I just asked for a change moving forward, and and that's really the importance. Is just that people actually go to work feeling safe. But as I said, me stopping a Blizzard game or stopping stop playing a title from Blizzard. I don't know if I'm able to do that because in true honesty, the only one that I really usually play are like Hearthstone, Diablo, and Overwatch. Those are the only ones I do. I don't really pay anything for World of Warcraft. Um, they already technically got my money from Overwatch, Diablo, and stuff like that. And Heart of this Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone were free. So I really didn't put too much into it, in my opinion. And in true honesty, I do find these games enjoyable, but it's not about my enjoyment. It's about the effect of people have a voice that need to be heard, especially during the situation. They need to be heard, and then, as I said, it's very wrong that this type of situation has had to happen. This type of situation has happened, and I really hope that things can move on for the better. I really hope that things could be a lot different. That the employees can go back to work with no issue, and that a lot more can be done to make the area a lot more safer. So that's really my response about the Blizzard situation, and Sadly, I'm doing this on my birthday. Today is my birthday, but this is something I thought I would really have to respond to, especially for a person who makes Overwatch content. But yeah, I really hope things do change. I really hope that, there's a lot more info found out, and I really hope that this type of situation is a bigger deal. One thing that bothers me is because I think really it gets to a point where people actually care or not. So I always question certain things that are happening. Like, I question whether like certain YouTubers, certain, people from Twitter actually care. Because at the end of this day, if something changes or in the company, certain people are gonna not let it go because it's something that's very important, a big issue that has happened. Some people will care about it one day and just let it go the next day, and then go back to what they're doing. So I was just wondering if some people actually care about it during the moments, or actually care about it just like as a whole until things get done. So that's a major thing for me. But as I said, especially with YouTubers, some of them actually want to comment on this, get a lot more views off of it, and make money off of it. That's a sad part about YouTube, because some people do that. Some people actually make videos about it and actually care about the situation. But that's where it kind of questions to me of why like some people would like to do videos on this. It's either if they're making the videos for money or they're actually making the videos to care. That's one thing I wanted to talk about as well. I don't make a revenue. I can't make a revenue. If I was making a revenue, I would not monetize my video, especially this video. I would not monetize this video at all. So I really hope like, things can change a little bit. But yeah, so that's really my situation on my whole thing about it, my thoughts on it. I really hope things change. I really hope things go in for on a positive note and end with like, with things positively for not just the company, but just for the employees, and mostly for the employees. So that's just my thing on it. But in the comments, let me know how you guys feel about it. I really want to know how you guys feel about the situation. As I said, it's really kind of hard to understand the situation a little bit more. Since I don't know. I personally don't work there. If it was me working there and I've seen these situations, yeah, people would be told on left and right. I would be snitching left and right. And even if it's not considered snitching, it doesn't matter. It's something that is needs to be done and something that is right in the heart. But as I said, comment in the video below. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a new video. We're gonna go back to our walkthroughs, our standard walkthroughs. And with that, this is Nico from the EHG community. Stay tuned for another video, and remember that there's always something amazing on the horizon. Thank you.